Hello and welcome back, and this will be another continuation of what are we doing? It's the Super Battle Road for beginners. So this will be stage 11. You gotta use super class only versus extreme units. So yeah, we're gonna be rocking the Bardock squad on this. Let's just jump right into it. I'm thinking if I can get around this with Bardock and I'll use the other one with Ginyu, the totally free-to-play section, it would just be a good idea of what's happening, right? So we're going to be essentially using storied figures slash Team Bardock, and the storied figures will come in via the guest. So that's what this guy will be quite good for. Storied figures are Goku's family, lovely. Right, okay, well, this guy is a legitimate tank, so we can probably get on with this. Let's see. This was originally one of the tougher ones because you're facing multiple waves of more than one. So let's see, you get multiple stats based on the orbs. Looking up now, 175k might just be pretty decent. Right, okay, so we'll go for that. And then we'll probably just keep hammering Freezer in. Of course, you could use like physical LR Bardock. He also has his Easy A. There is Fascia as well, physical Fascia. She's pretty decent as well. She does guard, and she has a high chance to stun. Yeah, on super attack. She guards for the first 4 turns. So overall, I think pretty decent actually. There are various other units you could use. Yeah. There's also the, Int Tora as well. I'm not quite sure what Int Tora does, but you could also use him. Some of the older ones I wouldn't personally recommend because they're due with Easy A's, but yeah. So here we go. Right. Yep, this is the entrance animation. Brilliant. Now, I don't think we are able to use the Scouter effect because the Scouter effect. Actually, it might do, because as long as there's a Freezer category enemy, yes. No, I think that's right, because he has a Scouter effect that can kick in when there's a Goku family enemy, or no, Goku family ally, or there's a Freezer enemy, right? That's possibly one. Either way, let's have a look. Let's actually have a look, because I know we foresee super attacks for the first 5 turns, but it's probably going to be when there is another Goku family member. I'm pretty sure that's right. Anyway, so yeah, okay, so you could obviously rock this with the guest, and you'd be doing pretty decent. Let's have a look. Do you know, I'm tempted to put... Actually, no, let's do this. Let's put Fascia at the end. We'll have type advantage. We'll continue to attack you because, well, oh, that was a misclick. Then we'll go for this. And then we will just have Fascia at the end. Fascia, she has a 50% chance to dodge. That's pretty great. Greatly raises on stats. Okay, well, you took him out. Borgos has his chance to stun. And yeah, probably, yep, okay. Straight away. And Bardock's probably just going to finish him out, right? Which is going to be pretty hilarious. Sorbet's just been stunned. And then he's just been taken out of the equation. So that's nice. So, I mean, as you can see, this has been a bit of a sloppy run. I'm not totally aware of what every single unit does. And as you can see, we're kind of making this a bit like chunk change, which is pretty nice. Let's have a look. We'll do that. Plenty of orbs. We cannot get... Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping that didn't fall the way I wanted. I was hoping for some int orbs so we can completely hit this guy, and then we'll just do this. So yeah, of course there are more powerful units to use, but this will be good because it's totally free to play, and it's a free Easy A as well. So with that in mind, you should be able to complete at least the Super and the Extreme class variant of this stage 11 and 12, the Super Battle Road, quite easily. Maybe even the Extreme Super Battle Road. Obviously the Ginyu Force has way better alternatives than the Bardock. Between the Ginyu and the Bardock, this is definitely better. Do I want to? Yeah, okay, so it is. So if you're against a Wicked Bloodline enemy, or in particular a Freezer, or there's a Goku family member on the team, you do foresee super attacks for the first 5 turns. I knew it was with somebody else as well. Go on, let's just use the active skill, only because if we don't use it, we don't get to see it. So hey, what the hell? This is nice. It's basically a free attack, which is pretty nice. But yeah, okay, so we're going through the first stage pretty nice. Yeah, as I was saying, so the Ginyu squad has better alternatives than the Bardock squad. You should check out my other video on that, and it's a nice breakdown between the two. Really, I just kind of think that the Ginyu just edges it ahead. Not only that, but in terms of actual summonable units, they have also pulled quite a bit ahead. Oh, actually, we're able to get a few orbs there. So we go from 130k all the way up to 210. And bear in mind, this is just like a 130, and it is a 170 from the guess, but it's a 130. That's not even the highest he could possibly rock. We'll do that, we'll just keep doing that. And then who do we have next? Right, so we have no STR, so we can just do that. Right, just try and clean up the board a bit. Okay. Let's see how this works, because this Bardock, he gets 10% damage reduction per Team Bardock ally on the team. He also gets stats at the start of turn, greatly raises attack and defense on super attack, also seals on the effect, and yeah, no, he's pretty great. He's actually really great in the right hands. 10% damage reduction per Team Bardock, which means you could theoretically get a few in there. If you run like a Goku family Super Battle Road, you could perhaps put in a few of the Bardocks in there, and it will count, even though like the physical Bardock shares no links with the same name. You will be able to trigger at least 10% of his damage reduction, and he of course counts for 10 himself. So yeah, so you could nickel and dime your way up to be quite an effective tank, which is pretty nice. So really, the only thing about this unit, about this team, is the fact that the lead, not only can we only get him at 89%, but yeah, no, he doesn't have an easy A yet compared to the Ginyu squad, who the tech lead has had such. We are going, since there's no, we probably won't be able to figure out where the super attacks per se so much is, so we'll go for this. We'll go for that. Yeah, there's no freezer on this, so not going to figure that out too much. Who we got next? So we want to try and save as many orbs as possible, because it's not just STR orbs which help, it's basically any orbs that help for STR Bardock, right? Alright, nice stun, and then yeah, okay, nice stun, and then followed by probably another stun? No. Okay, fair enough. I was hoping for like a double stun on Kaba, and that'll be nice. As you see, yeah, no, going through this pretty easily. Obviously, if you have category teams, then of course, yes, but I'm just proving the point that you don't strictly need to have a 200% lead or even a 170 just to actually be able to complete this. By now, these Super Battle Road stages, as I've been saying, are so old that you should be able to blitz through this pretty much with little to no problem at all. It's going to be like how the Gods of Destruction are, how some of the older Extreme Super Battle Road stages, and hell, even Fighting Legend events. When all of them came out, especially the Gods of Destruction a couple of years ago, they were extremely difficult and only a handful of units could compete. And that's kind of still true to this day, but with all the more recent units, I think everything that's come out since the 6th or 7th anniversary is totally able to hold their own in the Gods of Destruction, which has now become, for more seasoned players, a bit of a war cake, much doable. So stuff like Cell Max and the Red Zone, I mean, I would imagine most of the player base could go through half the Red Zone stages and just struggle against Broly, Bojack, Janemba, then 17 and the Shenrons, right? I'd imagine you'd struggle, and then there's Cell Max, and then there's the other Red Zone stages. They are all extremely difficult, but they keep releasing units which are just broken, right? So, yeah, this one is the final two. Okay, so we're down to the final two. So with that in mind, as they keep releasing these units, when these events get old, suddenly Cell Max will just be chump change, and we'll enter the new era. Right, okay, I think I'll do that, because Fascia can actually get a dodging. Right, okay. No one gets any special abilities per rainbow, so we'll try and save as many as we can for Bardock, as he becomes quite an effective tank. Okay, yeah. So this will be great. We're going to pick totally on Rose here. Yeah. So don't worry about anything on the Cell Max kind of red zone areas if you can't do it, because eventually there'll be chunk change. But it's going to be ridiculous though, because at some point... Oh, this would be good. Let's see how Fascia fares up. Oh, she just dodges it because she can. Okay, yep, no. She knows what she's doing. So it's getting a bit ridiculous, the fact that you know, Turles has come out on JP, physical Turles, and he can have up to 1 million defense, and apparently it's not good enough for the new Shenron event, which is utterly bizarre. You got Piccolo, the new Tech LR Piccolo, and apparently he can hit even with guard like 1 million defense, and apparently it's not good enough. And I think it's becoming slightly ridiculous, right? I don't think this is quite the way it's supposed to be. The fact that the game has required you to have a ridiculous amount of stats is just totally, it's not really necessary, is it? How are you supposed to complete some of the difficult units in the game if you just get one-shotted by normals who require at least 1 million defense with guard and damage reduction? I think it's a little too far. But again, following the trend, even that will become a joke, because units will be able to get 3 million defense, right? But yeah, no, it is what it is. Okay, so we're coming to the final part of this. No one's really taken any mega hits. I don't strictly need to use this guy, but this guy just helps to just pass the time quick, right? Being able to use the guest is quite great. You'll always find a guest who's always probably spent a bit too much, or has gotten exceedingly lucky. Do you know what? We will do this. We'll just do that. The good thing about these units is they all link up extraordinarily well. So key is never an issue. Never. All of these units are totally able to hold their own in this caliber event now. All these units, they have a stun, steal, lower attack. It really isn't a problem. This phase will go on a little bit because there's 2 of them, not 4 or 5. So, you know, they have significantly more health and defense. So it'll take a little bit of time to get through them. Even Tora, Tora stacks, but he's not going to have an impressive amount of defense there. Not even close. We'll do that, because that'll hopefully be like a stun. What does Bardock get now? Bardock coming in the game with 6 links, 225k. That's good. So his defense is based around the new Bulma, basically, where the amount of orbs you get strictly affects how you are. Do you know, we're not even going to go for this. We're not going to go for this. We're going to give a nice showcase. Obviously, this would hit quite hard, type advantage. I think he also stacks defense as well. Yeah, no, it did. If that was a crit, Zamasu would be dead. Yeah, okay. So easy enough done. Easy said, done. So I'm glad that this worked out. It gives me much more confidence to use Extreme class versus Super when I use the free-to-play Ginyu squad. They have far better units in there, right? Very comparable in terms of what they do. If you break it down by the typings, Ginyu wins. But if you break it down as who's the best in terms of what they do, for example, Berta and Fasha are the dodge, but Fasha would win because she has dodge flat out. For example, Bardock versus Ginyu. Ginyu has damage reduction against one enemy flat out, but Bardock gets stats and damage reduction per orbs as well, so they kind of win out. But if you break it down by the typings, the Ginyu are far away the best. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Obviously, record for me, obviously smashed it on the last time, but the last time I did this is when it only just came out. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you gave you some inspiration, and remember, if you're totally fresh to the game, this isn't totally far off. This is not impossible, because it's totally free to play. You need free to play units to basically farm these anyway. So yeah, that's pretty great. Right, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.